The Insta360 X4 is becoming one of my favorite cameras, and battery life is really important to me, so I wanted to see how long the Insta360 X4 would last, and if it really would hit the 75-minute mark that Insta360 advertises for 30 frames per second 8K shooting. I got this camera because I love that I can just record everything and not have to worry about the framing, and then choose what I want from any direction later. Specifically sailing, where I have to set up a camera and turn it on, and I can't always stop to frame a shot, or I don't always know what direction the action is coming from. And changing batteries isn't always an option for me. Sometimes I'm sailing and I can't step away from my role on the boat to change them, and other times, even if I could take the batteries with me, I couldn't always keep them dry. Because of this and the need to record a lot, battery life is especially important to me. So I set out to figure out how long the X4 would last and which batteries would give me the best battery life. And in addition to the batteries from Insta360, a lot of other aftermarket batteries have come onto the market. I suspect these are rebranded from a common manufacturer, and as we'll see from the results, they all performed similarly. I ran these tests in my living room at a constant temperature. But in order to have a relatively consistent environment for testing, I used a small fan on the X4 to provide some airflow and keep it from overheating. All of the batteries were charged using the same two battery chargers. I tested 17 different batteries from 9 different retailers for 187 tests over 227 hours. And for the results, after running these tests on 2 different Insta360 batteries and 15 other aftermarket batteries, the results were pretty clear. The Insta360 batteries exceeded the 75-minute mark 100% of the time. The aftermarket batteries only exceeded the 75-minute mark 2% of the time. The Insta360 batteries averaged 78 minutes, and the aftermarket batteries averaged 72 minutes. So which batteries did best? The batteries from Insta360 came out on top. For the aftermarket batteries, none of them reliably hit the 75-minute mark. The AOV batteries exceeded the 75-minute mark 9% of the time, but had one of the lower averages. AdPower was the only other battery to go over the 75-minute mark and had one of the highest average recording times, and would probably be the best overall selection of the aftermarket batteries. So in conclusion, if you need to record a lot and battery life is really important to you, stick with the batteries from Insta360 as they'll give you the longest runtime. If you can change batteries easily and runtime isn't as important to you, save a few bucks with the aftermarket batteries. The other batteries tested were from these retailers. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce most of them, but you can see the list over here. One other note about aftermarket batteries, Insta360 has introduced a nag screen when the camera is started up for the first time with an aftermarket battery. I've always been able to dismiss this and use the camera normally with aftermarket batteries. I've posted more charts and data on my website. Check out the link down below in the description. And if you want to purchase any of the batteries in this test, there's also links down below in the description for those as well. The camera and many of the batteries were purchased by me for my own use. Some of the batteries were received through Amazon's Vine Voice Review program. If you want to see more content about sailing, technology, and cameras, be sure to subscribe. And if you want to see more videos made with the X4 and the Insta360 Ace Pro, check out the No Quarter YouTube sailing channel over there. And if you're interested in battery life for the Insta360 Ace Pro, I've done a similar set of tests for that camera and all of the aftermarket batteries available for it. You can check out that link here or down below in the description.